Good morning, chaps and chapettes. How's it going? It's sub-zero and I'm back in the workshop. So this isn't going to be a 40-minute today, it's going to be nice and short and sweet. My plan today is to have a go at the radiator. Now you'll remember from last time, I was chatting about the radiator, the old one, which I've got here, and I've got a new one, which I'm going to show you. It's not new, like, it's not new. It's new to me, it's an old original radiator, but it's got a weep somewhere. The previous owner said it did, that's why he gave it to me. So the plan is to try and repair that weep. Now there's a few different ways I can do that. One being like araldite, or what's the American version of it now? What's that plastic metal stuff called? Like JB weld or something like that. Blowjob weld or something. And or you can solder it. Now I'm not quite sure, that's why I've got the old one out. I'm going to try and use soldering because it's the most permanent solution really. Temporary permanent. And I was going to use a soldering iron, but then I thought I need to heat the work up as well, don't I? If I just melt the solder, it'll just roll away. So I need to try and heat the work up. So I thought, what can I use for that? The name's Murphy, Frank Murphy. License to blow my own eyebrows off. So I've got me, yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work, which is why I've got the old one here. So I can have a practice on this and I can have a go, because I feel like if I'm not careful, I could probably just melt the whole thing and end up with no fins or splines on it. So that's the plan. It's going to be a trial and error. I'm going to go through it, see how we get on. So without further ado, you know the drill, and I'll bring you in. To understand how it works then, we need to have a look at the construction of it first. Luckily, I've got one here which is the old one, which is, I mean, you can see it's in quite a sorry state of disrepair. But it's good for us, instructionally. So the radiator is comprised of these channels, or these passages that run from left to right, right to left, all through the radiator. And these are the water channels that the water pump, and it circulates the hot water through here, and the cold air from the vehicle moving cools these. Now in between those, there should be some fans that look like that, some fins, sorry, that look like this. Very thin, very brittle, but that's how it works. It's just a radiator in reverse. Well, not even in reverse, it's a radiator, that's all it is. So, for this to have a weep, one of these channels must have a crack or a hole or a little hairline nick or something in there. I mean, it's going to be a fiddly job. But considering how there's two and then they're stacked alternatively, so two, then two, then two, then two, then two, then two. So if I'm trying to work on that one there, let's see this one in the middle, I'm going to have to reach through heat. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but I don't know. We don't know. It might be a nice easy one. We'll have a look. I'm hoping it will be near the edge. Near the edge or near the surface, or on one of the rungs, the passages that's either on this side or this side, so it's easily accessible. But yeah, I need to fill that full of water first and see where that actual weep is. Tell you what, let's do that first. So here's what I'm working with. That's, yeah, all the taps are frozen solid. So we'll just have to wait for that to thaw. Just give that a minute. Right, The most obvious solution would be just buy a new radiator, right? Yeah, I don't have the... I might be able to find a second-hand one if I can't do this and replace it if it's cheap enough, if the price is right. But I hear you guys and I can see you out there. Just get an aluminium one, get some super duper fans and all. Yeah, I'd love that and that'd be the best solution. But I don't have that sort of money. Right. So let's persevere. Which way is best? Let's go this way. Oh. I'll use... What can I use? Whatever that is. Fab. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Let's go straight for the big guns. I don't know if this is water, that's the problem. It definitely wasn't water in there originally, but I'm pretty sure it is now. It's water. Right. Boom. Let's have a look. Tea's frozen already. Right. I've got some water in now. And I'm waiting to see anything glaring. You can hear that noise that's coming from that rubber cap. Anything from the back side? No. Now I'm going to try and add a little bit of pressure by giving it the kiss of life.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud. Aerate it. Warm it up.
Still nada. Nothing. Which I was quite hoping against. I was hoping there would be something glaringly obvious, but I'm afraid not. So I'm trying to think of other suggestions now. I might fill it up and leave it for a bit longer. It would help if I could bring it up to temperature, because obviously as things heat, metal will expand, and that's when you see the things. However, with it being about -3 outside, I don't think I've got the best space or the best prep to do this. So, I want you to have a think for me and stick down in the comments for me what you would suggest, right? And we've all heard the story and harken back to, and I've seen it. I grew up with my dad. I grew up around classic cars, old Carman Gears and Volkswagens and Beetles and split screens and Volvos and you bloody name it. And I've seen the egg. So before you say it, I'm not going to crack an egg into this every bloody morning. But there must be a modern solution. So have a look and click clack down below for me. I mean, at least 2 of you watched this up to this point. So one of you 2, if you've got any experience with this, stick it down below for me. Or find me on Instagram and message me on there. Hi guys, it's me from the future. Stay calm, it's all good. It wasn't until I was editing this video in retrospect that I've realised that there's a bit of a third option there that I've completely missed, and that's the radiator might actually be okay. And I'm taking the fact that it's got a leak from the previous owner at face value. So I've come through, you know, watching it back, and I think that the best thing I'm going to do is just put the radiator on and use it. And if it does start to weep, then I can locate exactly where, because it'll be able to come up to temperature and I can use the car. And then it's not hard to take the radiator out, so if it does leak, I'll just attack it then. So that's what I've decided. So yeah, sorry I didn't notice that while I was doing it, but there you go. Wanting to be defeated, I dragged over this heater, which you've seen me dry some things on before, like if I was painting some brackets or whatever, I would lay them on this. Only one of the side works. However, yeah, I think the bulb's gone, and I know both of these are gone. And it's a Sunday, so yeah, there's nowhere I can get that. So then, my next idea was to get my Eyebrow Destroyer 9000 out, like that, have one on this side, get the other one, set it on this side, and just heat these two bodies up, and then top it up with water. But I couldn't find the other one, and this has just run out of gas. So, and you can see I've been trying. That's still hot. So, I mean, yeah, it's Murphy's Law. I never have a charged battery, and anything I need to use has always ran out, or it doesn't work, or it's broken. So, I think that's a bit of a showstopper there. So, classic. I've had a bit of a failure there, really. I was expecting it to be easier than it is. Fruitfully and hopefully optimistic, which isn't a bad thing to be. But yeah, it's not came out how I thought it would come out. But this isn't really necessarily a how-to channel. This is more of a can-I channel. And unfortunately today I can't. So, I mean, although it's been a bit of a failure, we've still learnt some stuff. How the radiator works itself, what sort of rungs they are, how it operates and how it works. So at least it's been a little bit informative. So I shouldn't start with apology, so I'm going to end with an apology. So I'm sorry, but I tried. So thank you very much for watching. Click clack down in the comments below if you've got an idea of how to fix a little leak or a little weep. Let me know down there. Look forward to the next episode, which will be what I'm going to do, or what I've done with the sump and the flywheel and what have you. And it'll be putting all that back together. So yeah, I'll see you next time. See you later. Next! Ugh.